Yours is your ally.
Lefty, lefty, left. Rogue, 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 in the rogue,
Unnecessary evil. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. Molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man, but that's nothing to me.
Hello world. Today I just wanted to make a quick challenge video attempting to turn off every single torch in the Goblin Caves. As part of this challenge, I must also keep my UI off at all times. So this means no seeing what my health is, no seeing my cooldowns on my skills, and no swapping heals in and off of my belt. As for PvP, we're not aiming directly for other players, but anybody that enters our darkness or anybody who attempts to turn the lights back on or mess with the darkness will all have to face my wrath. If you're anything like me, sometimes you just get bored with the main game and you want to try out something fun like this little challenge here. So let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. I wish I never made this video. Do you have any idea what it's like to turn off 1,000 torches? Spend hundreds of hours making the dungeon dark to surround yourself with darkness, even in your brightest moments, even when the world is already so dark. Whoever ignored loot or whoever ignored mobs, even when they're hitting you, even when they're fighting. Have you ever ignored other players when they're rushing you, when they're attacking you? All you care about is the darkness. Turn this torch off, turn this torch off. I'm gone. The man that I was is gone. Till I met Vex. You liked light. I could tell by looking at you, you liked light, you sick son of a bitch. How dare you? Oh, you don't like light. Okay, here, you can have your torch back. Hold on. Here you go. I knew right away that Vex wasn't your typical player. Mainly because you didn't have a microphone and therefore couldn't talk crazy shit, mainly because they didn't want to fight, they didn't want to team, they didn't want to loot, and most importantly, they wanted to turn all the torches off. What am I doing with my life? Yeah, right? How the fuck? We got the entire corridor almost. Vex had such a unique way of communicating. They were like the Mr. Bean of the dungeon. And together, we were like Bob the Builder if we were building a society that rejected all light but accepted all friendship. Made me realize the beautiful slice of life that you experience every time you queue into the dungeon. Of course, you have the bloodthirsty players, the spawn rushers, the players that leave you behind to go kill a boss without even talking in the chat. And then you have players like Vex. You have players that go out of their way to search for and help other players. You have players that don't even use a mic and yet still want to hang out and be friends with you inside of the dungeon. People that want to make this dark that we're all experiencing a little easier. And you even have complete strangers like me that make an entire video about you on the internet, even though they completely forgot to add you and now they're just rambling and sound like, you did not know. You can press shift and the key above your enter key, like the back angle diagonal key, and you can turn your UI off and then the whole game looks really pretty. That's what I did. So my UI's off and then I'm freaking turning all the lights off. Oh man. He stuck to me like glue. At this point, I was super confident that me and Vex would be able to turn off every single light in the dungeon. I was taking some damage now and then and running out of bandages quickly, but having Vex by my side gave me a feeling of unknown power and just the capability to turn off more lights than ever before. But then again, there's always a quiet before the storm. At this point, I was getting more attention from lonely goblins than a lizard lot does in a truck stop in Nebraska. I used every single bandage that I had, and I knew that my run was coming to an end. And with just a few more hits, and just like that, the infamous no light run was over. Let's see where my brother is. Or was it?
Yes, brother!
Vex isn't like other players in this game. Vex isn't a bug-abusing, W-keying piece of shit buying a 10k biscuit and spawn rushing everybody else. Instead, Vex did what we thought was impossible. Vex accomplished our goal and turned off every single light in the dungeon. And with that, I leave you with a single message that Vex left me. I must carry the torch to extinguish the torch. Why did I make this video?